Hello. 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 Oh, hey. Travis here. We're back with another Hero's Journey. And we're just doing a quick Purple Original mattress review. I know, exciting stuff. But unfortunately, it's been about 3 months. And I have a couple things to say about the Purple mattress. The company's pretty cool. I did get suckered into their whole marketing. I just bought in. I was like, all right, Purple, they're kind of like Yeti or Hoka or Apple. Like, it's this 2-syllable color or fruit or vegetable that is just easy to sell you. And you're like, all right, well, it looks great. This bed and this base are very low. I actually have it on 6-inch risers. And before those risers, it was just too low. If you want a higher bed, you might want to get risers or just look into something else. But having an adjustable base is pretty freaking awesome. I've never had an adjustable base. I didn't think like it'd be that big of a deal, but I got such a good deal on getting an adjustable base that I thought, you know, why not? And part of why I kept the Purple for so long and why I really tried to make it work was because with the base, you know, you can put your legs up like I just did, which is great. Now the thing is, I'm gonna get right down to the brass tacks here. This is the Purple Original. It's just too soft. Purple has this kind of buckling system with their hyper polymer gel, if that's the right phrase. All the YouTubers and such say it. But basically what it is like these little kind of bricks of purple. And what's cool is that these little bricks actually end up being like really good airflow. So this is definitely the coolest bed I've ever slept on. This was the first real mattress I probably ever bought. In terms of a new mattress that, you know, you search the internet, you try to figure it out. This whole new bed-in-a-box thing has gotten so big that I thought, you know, oh yeah, I'll just, you know, go bed-in-a-box, seems fun. The funny part is I still got this from Mattress Firm, and I'm in, you know, the mattress firm I dealt with, they're great. The salespeople were really nice and everything went great. But the whole point of getting these bed-in-a-box beds is to not have to go to a mattress store, is to not have to play that whole game. But what I've realized, and what I am realizing, is that sometimes just the bed-in-a-box concept, you know, it might not be for everyone. Like, in the end, this is an all-foam bed. Like, just to back up a bit, this is the Purple Original bed. It's all foam. Now, because it's an all-foam bed and it has to be circled into a box that's 4 feet high, it has to be like a certain thing that can compress like that and then release, etc. Think about other stuff in life that, like, you either have to have in reality and big that like blows up, or it's not like that. So I think in the end there is something going on with the bed-in-the-box thing, where it's like, to get these beds in this box, it's probably not the best for the bed. Like, it probably would be a little better if the bed just was a normal bed and you didn't have to unwrap it and it blows up, etc. Because even some of these bed-in-a-box beds have coils. They have the coils in the bed. It's not just all foam, so somehow they're getting the coils smushed up, rolled. So it's, I never really thought about that, but that's what kind of one thing I've learned. To literally back up with a sneaky little jump cut, hidden cut, I'm gonna be sitting on this purple sheet just because literally these guys are coming tomorrow to grab this mattress, and I could spill a beer on this, I could mess this up last second and not be able to return it, so that would suck. But in the end, what's up with the Purple is, this is the original Purple, so it has no coils. It's been 3 months, and it has really been kind of nice. Like, it really has been kind of fun. But in the end, what happened to me was, I realized it kind of does just feel like a big futon. Like, it kind of just has this futon feel where it's just kind of floppy, doesn't have much structure, and it's really soft. Like there's no way, because this is classified, and again, I'm not hating on Purple. Like I think y'all they have a really great company, and in the end, like there is a market for this bed. I think there's a couple things going on. For one, I'm just a little too big, I think, for this bed. I'm 5'11", 180-ish. What happens with these Purple beds is there's like the little grids, the purple grids. You kind of collapse through the grid on your heaviest parts, which is kind of supposed to be good. Now, what happens with me with the bed, and this is kind of the main reason that I'm unfortunately returning it, is that on my back I lay down and my butt just sinks in. Now it sinks in. Now, all right, yeah, cool. What happens is that it literally just sinks in while the rest of my body kind of just is on top of it. So I end up getting kind of this weird like lumber downward of my back. And really like right away, the first couple of nights I've noticed laying on the bed, there was some pain right on the lower part of my back that I never really experienced laying down on any kind of couch or bed. And I was like, huh, it's kind of weird. The funny thing was though, I slept like a baby. Like I would feel the pain as I was falling asleep on my back. And you know, even when I turned to my side, my hip would kind of do the same thing as well. It would kind of fold in a little bit on your hip as it buckles in this purple grid. And the layer under that's just foam. So I'm buckling and then I'm on the foam, but the rest of my body is kind of staying atop. So it's kind of this weird like divot with my, you know, thunder thigh butt area. It was funny how I sleep really good, and I actually sleep the whole night and wake up good. But right when I wake up, like I noticed the lower back pain is kind of there. And then I get up and move around and it's kind of there too. So when I go to bed, I feel the pain. I fall asleep, I sleep the whole night, and I wake up, and then the pain kind of, oh, there's the pain. Which is really interesting that I'm sleeping so good, yet there's like this obvious pain going on. So, and that was kind of the part of like, well, I'm sleeping really good. Why should I return if I'm sleeping good? But in the end, it's like I've never felt a weird lower back pain. So also what's been happening the last, you know, and with Mattress Firm is where I got this. They have a 120-day policy of use it for 120 days and return or replace it. Like I'm in so deep, I would rather not return it and then order from another place. Like, you know, they have my business. I want to give them the ultimate sale. They've been very well with me, and it's been a pleasant experience for what it is, because I didn't know buying a mattress was literally like the worst thing in the world. They don't tell you this, but first tip real quick, if you have a bed and you're getting a new bed, do not get rid of your old bed. Even if they come to drop off your new bed, just don't have them take your old bed. Put that old bed on the wall if you have to. Put it to the side, do something with it. My mistake was I got rid of my old bed and went full on new bed. Now first I had to wait a couple weeks for the bed. So I had an air mattress. I realized the air mattress for me these days didn't work. Tried the floor with multiple like surfboard bags, etc. Didn't work. I'd end up buying like a $200 foam mattress thing from Amazon just for like a week, just to get through like a week of like no pain, and it just was getting bad. So I realized real quick if I kept my old bed, that would have helped a lot. Now I did move, etc. So for me it was a little different because I moved and it was just one less thing to have to bring. And it was such a crappy old bed that I bought used for 70 bucks like 6-7 years ago. And I was like, why would I bring this thing? Well, I could have had a good bed to lay on when I was dealing with getting this bed, or if this bed acted up, I could have just reverted to that bed. So number one tip, don't get rid of your old mattress before you get a new mattress. All right, second tip, if you're, I would even say 160 and above, or even, I guess if you're a couple, I wouldn't get a all foam mattress. Like, I don't think for me, like when you sit down on I mean, maybe, but in the end, the coils are what's giving you support. This has no coils, so when I sit down on this, I immediately sink through the purple grid, and I'm just sitting on like the foam underneath, which for a firm bed, you can see it's not that thick. This is only 9 inches thick, and I can basically with one hand like palm it with one hand and push down and almost feel like this hand gripping this. So it's not much material going on. And considering this is the firmest, besides the Hybrid 2 Purple bed, the whole time I was thinking like, all right, I actually want more firmness. Like I'm not getting the support under my back and hips and butt when I'm on my side or my back or stomach especially. Like I would just be sinking and this weird pain would happen. So it was really unfortunate because it's definitely the most cooling bed ever. You are supposed to use a mattress protector, which I was using, but it does kind of suck. And it kind of ruins the experience. Maybe look elsewhere for a different mattress protector or be ballsy without one, but it's definitely the most cool feeling bed ever. Like I was never hot. It was very pleasant to wake up not hot and then chill in the bed and be not hot. The Purple adjustable base is awesome. The one thing I wish it went higher, the legs are only 9 inches, and then this bed being kind of thin. The total bed height was like 18 inches, and I just have a new rule. Like I'm not bending over anymore. I mean, I'm 35, but I've had a pretty good life of exercise and traveling and doing stuff. Like I can't just be bending over a bunch. Like that's a no for me, dog. So making your bed and you're bending over, it's like no. Which is kind of funny because now the whole thing is like a platform bed. So I can see what they were going with having it be like a platform bed, adjustable base. It seems like hip and cool. But I just need a bed that's higher. So I put on the risers and it ended up being perfect now. So, you know, my goal was just to power through. Now I started to get nervous because the pain kind of was pretty right away, the back pain, lower back pain, because there's not any top support. It's like your heavy parts are gonna go through and then rest on the neck support. So it ends up not being like any firmness on the top. And that's why on the purple models, when you go down the line to get to the more plush models of Purple, and now I'm like a expert in mattresses, which is hilarious. Like I said, buying mattresses, it's not for the faint of heart. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemies. But when you go down the line of Purple and you do all the research, etc., the better Purples are softer because they have more of the purple grid. It's a thicker grid. So sometimes you would think like, well, if it's a thicker grid, wouldn't it maybe be like denser? No, like the purple stuff really does collapse so much that when it's the thicker grid, you keep going. So you keep sinking. So it ends up being kind of like a water bed, but it's gonna be less kind of support. It's gonna be more just relief and you're gonna sink in. So on the 2, which is basically this with coils, that I was going to replace it with this, and I've been going back and forth, but I was scared to get that one because I would get it, they would have to take this, and then what if I didn't like that? Well, then you're screwed again. So long story short, I am trying a different brand and just going kind of more old school because the whole bed-in-a-box revolution, I realize it's really just such a kind of marketing gimmick ploy, aiding the whole, like, us people, customers enjoy shopping online. We don't want to go to a store. So in the end, like, these bed-in-a-boxes are meant for, they're kind of like the new popular thing, but a lot of it is just a lot of like good marketing that sucks you in and gets you stoked. And because of that, and because you can't really try the bed, you buy it and they have really good return policies because they're not a super duper amount of overhead because there's no brick and mortar. The beds are cheap to make, so it's ends up being kind of like a, not a scam, but it's this business model that is very unique because now we're all forced to buy these beds sight unseen, so we're watching YouTube reviews and reading reviews that half have been kind of paid for, half people get the bed free. And I don't know about you, when I get a free item, I'm gonna at least hype it up some because they gave it to me for free. Like, it's kind of hard to be unbiased unless you buy something or have no affiliation. I don't think Purple is the worst of the worst in terms of that whole thing, but because they do have a very unique thing, and I just thought, screw it, I'm buying a bed. Let's just try a new thing, whatever. So it's a shame because the one part, I like everything, just there's not enough support for my back. Like, straight up, I can't. Every spot I move, and now I sleep with pillows between my knees, and I'm kind of a side stomach sleeper. So I do need it to be firm, but not like the craziest firm, because on your side, it's a little, you know, it's not, you need some relief. So it's interesting how it is perfect, but there's just the Purple grid, it ends up not being enough firmness, even on the firmest model, because it's basically the same as this. And I mean, you can just, like, there's nothing to it. Like, there's nothing to just pushing, and it just goes in. So the Purple original, I think, you know, it could be for some people. In the end, I think if you're over 180, I would go more so a hybrid model of the Purples. If you just want to try it, whatever. You obviously end up in analysis paralysis with this mattress shopping. It's just so much jargon and so much paid reviews and just fake science and blah, 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 like by all the companies. It's just too much. It's too much. So, you know, some people end up going through a few and trying a few. Some get lucky. I mean, in the end, it's like either go one or the other. It's funny because I went to Mattress Firm and tried the Purple, and then bought the Purple from Mattress Firm. Even though I did and do like working with Mattress Firm because they've been treating me well. If you're gonna buy a bed in a box, you might as well just buy it through the company, because then it's one less, like, it's not a third party as well. Because if I want to get this warranted or whatever, like if I kept it, I would still have to go through Mattress Firm. So it kind of takes the allure away of, they send you the bed in the box, you try it, you can send it back, or someone picks it up. It's a little less, like, I feel way worse going through a mattress brick and mortar store and then having to, like, but then you have other options for your next try, which is if you went online, you would probably just return it and then maybe order from another online company. You know, that could work well, but it's back to my original point. Like, if you have a mattress that at least doesn't destroy you, hold on to that thing. Don't make the mistake I did, and I got rid of my mattress, and then I was shit out of luck. I was SOL, and I literally still have this Amazon, like, 4-inch memory foam thing that I slept on the floor for a week, and that's like my safety thing. If I need it, I have it. Even throw it in the car, you know, maybe check online for the dimensions. If you have a little extra mattress memory foam bed that can fit in your car, you could, like, trick yourself into thinking, like, well, I have this bed for my car as well, so it won't totally go to waste. I can throw it in my car if I need. All right, y'all. Well, that was a quick Purple original mattress review. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.